Mic test, 1, 2, 3. Are we recording? Everything's good. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a closer look at the Samsung Z Flip 5. With this video, I'm really hoping to put you guys in perspective, and I'm really trying to give you guys some sort of honest opinion and maybe just like give you guys a perspective on how the phone itself feels. It's more of a video where I'm going to talk about, you know, the experience with having the phone, how it feels to use on a day-to-day basis, the kind of like things that you go around, and how the overall experience as a consumer is with the phone, and not so much about like, oh, it has 4 gigs of RAM or it has 8 gigs of RAM. I mean, those specs, you know, they're always available for you online. And I really want to put you guys in perspective and show you how the Z Flip 5 behaves on a day-to-day basis, and how this could potentially be your next smartphone. So Z Flip 5, first things first, it's obvious, it's a flip phone. Samsung's 5th iteration for the Flip lineup. I think this one definitely holds an important part, and I think this is definitely one of their better production value quality devices in a minute. I definitely do think that for a flip phone, this offers a lot of value, and I have to admit, it's fun. It's just generally a fun smartphone to use. It's different, it's unique, it has its, you know, its personality, it has its traits that I think definitely holds a lot of value. And I have to admit that for the most part, the Z Flip 5 is just fun. It's a fun device to use. I know some people might just be like, yeah, well, this device is cute and all, but it's just not all that valuable. I think for the most part, it's actually kind of interesting. I would have to say that it's kind of the opposite. I think there's a lot to look forward to in this phone. So first of all, let's jump right into the whole utility of the phone. So it is a flip phone. You might be wondering, all right, so what does the whole flip side of things have to do with the phone? How does that enhance your performance, or not even that, how does it enhance your experience as a consumer, as a day-to-day user? The whole flip phone aspect of the phone, I think, is more of an enjoyable thing. I think something more fun rather than anything else, because it doesn't have any real purpose to it other than just creating a full-size phone. When you open it up and when you close it down, it's more pocketable, more, you know, it's easier to transport. So I do have to admit that when the phone is closed in this square format, it's really nice, super pocketable, super easy to carry. You can literally throw this in any pocket, any bag, purse, whatever the case may be. This is super, super transportable. And I do have to admit that the new screen on the front, which I will be getting into in a minute, is actually quite nice. There's a couple of things you can do with it. It is now a really big screen. It actually covers up pretty much the whole front, and personally I think it's kind of cool. We can use it in many ways, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But the whole flip side of the phone and the whole flipping mechanism works pretty much like a charm. It's really smooth, doesn't feel unnatural. If anything, it feels like one of those old school flat classic flip phones, but just it's a little weird because you have a fully operational touch screen from edge to edge, and it's not even, and it doesn't even feel cheap, doesn't even look cheap. It's really premium, and if anything. Now, with that being said, the whole phone feels like it's quality. It feels nice. The whole flipping side of it is great. There's no gap in between the two screens, so how when it folds, the two sides closed on each other properly, and there's absolutely no crease in the middle, which I think is great. Prevents from the phone getting scratched. It prevents the phone from getting any like dirt or all of that stuff inside, so that is great. Now, I do have to admit that for this whole package that comes in just at about $1,200, obviously you can spec it up, you can get more internal storage, you can get better specs inside, and the price will go up. So before I get into some of the things that I think are kind of a downside to the phone, I really want to cover this front-facing screen. I think it's great in a sense where it's very convenient, and it's very easy for you to just create yourself this new kind of routine, this new kind of nature, kind of create these shortcuts, create these quick access for you to access, for example, weather, the calendar app, alarms, all of these things. They have their fully operational widgets on this front screen, and I think that's great. It's super convenient. You know, for example, let's say you're waking up in the morning and you have an alarm that's going off, you can just turn it off from this screen. You don't even have to open the phone. I think that's great. Personally, that's amazing. You know, it's just nice. It's one of those things that you're like, hey, my phone can do this, what can your phone do? And it's one of those things that takes advantage of the fact that it's a flip phone, the fact that it has a brand new screen in the front, and all these things together creates just a more easy, nice, versatile experience for the consumer. And I think that's all, honestly, in the end, that's, I think, the aim of Samsung with the phone. And I have to admit, the more I've been using the phone, the more I've been kind of enjoying this front-facing screen. You can also use it to access the camera, and I think this is one of the bigger features, and I think this is something that a lot of people are going to be getting into once they pick up the phone. You have 2 cameras here on the back end of the phone, which actually becomes the front end of the phone once it's closed down. Now you can use the back end screen and the front and the back end cameras to create this kind of like mini square vlogging setup. It's really nice because it allows you to create content on the go, allows you to record, take photos, and it's really simple. If you want to snap a quick pic, you just open it up, swipe up the camera, and then boom, you could take a picture. If you want to take a quick selfie, take a quick video, you know, it's super convenient. It's like a mini foldable square for content creation. The camera actually is not that bad. It takes some pretty solid videos and pictures. So for the most part, I think that's one of the more convenient sides of this front-facing screen. Now with that being said, I definitely think that the phone isn't flawless. It has some sort of imperfections here and there. And I think there's some things that just to me jump out to my eye more than anything. First things first, I just want to jump into the simple fact that it is a flip phone. It's great. I really think that it's nice, the fact that it's a flip phone, but that creates this kind of like stress for me because every time I open the phone, it has this kind of like, it's not that sturdy when it's fully open. It's a little flimsy. It feels like the flip phone side works well and it's great. And every time you want to flip it, it's fully responsive and that's all nice. But the second I open it up and it's a full-size screen, full-size phone, it feels a little flimsy. It's like kind of very, you know, like this part moves a lot and I'm not entirely sure if I'm a big fan of that. And despite the fact that I have ADHD and like intrusive thoughts, I always kind of want to just snap the phone and bend and just test how durable it is. So that's the simple thing that I just want to point out, like be wary of that. And also when the phone opens up, it doesn't 100% lay flat. I feel like this is maybe just me, but I feel like it's just 99% flat and there's like a 1% that's just not flat. And I think that's fully normal due to the simple fact that it is a folding screen. It's a flip phone. I think that's kind of why that is there. Then again, that's not a big issue. Also, one of the other things that I do have to point out is that the simple fact that the cameras are kind of like normal. They're not insanely crazy. It's very easy to nitpick at this phone. It's very easy to say, oh, well, I don't like this. That doesn't really work for me. And you know, it's normal. Like you could do that for any phone. You can do that for any smartphone, any piece of technology on the market right now. But I definitely do think that overall, if you take this device for what it is, if you look at it from a flip phone and you just take it as a smartphone and you don't expect the moon and back, I'm definitely convinced that you will get a lot of value and a lot of happiness and just overall a lot of fun out of this device because it is nice. It's fun to use. It's cool. It's compact. It's portable. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I think this is really the idea and the mission behind this specific smartphone. Again, it comes down to how you personally use it. Me, I can definitely vouch for the simple fact that I've been using it. I like it. I think it's great. In the flip side of things, it's amazing. It's a great phone, very portable, very carryable, very versatile. I think overall it's a very solid product from Samsung. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'm always curious to know what you guys think and your opinions on the Z Flip 5 and pretty much on anything I cover here on the channel. Thank you for watching. I will see you on the next one. Now stick around. I also have a lot of great videos on the way. Thank you for watching as always. Make sure you stick around. And as always, guys, I wish you the best of luck in everything you do, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Deuces.